Hello dear friends, welcome to another episode of Ivory Podcast. I do apologise that this isn't a podcast episode with another guest. I truly believed that when I started this channel I could have a guest every month or so, but life hasn't gone as planned. I was working abroad and then I took a job that brought me back to the UK, where I am now, and it is where I grew up. Now, if you worked abroad and then you come back to your home country, I'm sure it doesn't just apply to the UK. You do experience reverse culture shock in so many different ways. I've just been back for 3 months and I was working abroad for 2.5 years. Now, the first thing you'd notice is the weather. Now look at this typical British weather. That is the number one thing that was a culture shock. I couldn't remember how grey it was, but it really is. I mean, it's quite incredible. It's funny because when I arrived in December 2025, for about a solid 2 months, it's just been raining every day. It did eventually stop. Even when it stopped, it's been on and off for about a month. Next thing is that it is quite isolating to come back. Funny that, because if you go abroad, from my experience, you meet people from all over the world. If you go to the Middle East or the Far East, you just go into social circles where everyone is from everywhere. And because you're foreigners, you get to be closer to them. You become one entity. Now, after coming back, you would have expected to be more comfortable where you're around people who grew up here, but it isn't actually the case. I think the work culture in the UK is a little bit more hostile than I imagined. If you go abroad, you're all foreigners. You become really close because you're in an unfamiliar environment. But after coming back, just being a little bit different. Now, another important thing is the prices of everything. Because I'm in London, or the outskirts of London, as you might be able to see, pints of beer, I'm paying £7.50 a pint sometimes in a pub. Around here, a pint of beer is like £6.50 or £6.80. I don't think that's justifiable, but that is really a shock to the system. I do end up having to think twice or 3 times whenever I swipe my card. But yeah, there we are. I do miss working abroad. Because of the war in Iran, I have heard a lot of people from the Middle East have returned or are returning. There might be opportunities to go out again. I am looking at that. But at the moment, here I am on a grey evening. See you next time. Massive shout out to Mr. Bathia, who joined my workplace at the same time as me. He's been, frankly, my rock, because I'd be even more isolated if I joined by myself, because it was midway through the academic year. The academic year starts from September to July or August. I joined in January, and if you do that, it is an awkward time to join. So really grateful to my colleague who joined at the same time.